This is SportsCenter with Cristina Alexander and Kelsey Riggs.
6 touchdowns for them so far in 5 games. Kelsey and Cristina hanging with you for the next 2 hours here on SportsCenter. Lots of injury updates in the NFL to get to, including Dak Prescott, and we've got a decisive winner-take-all game, Cristina, in the ALDS.
That's right. And Kelsey, the Braves are out. The Dodgers are out. Can the Yankees avoid maybe being part of that club that no one wants to be a part of? That elimination game at home tonight against the Guardians. But first, we'll get you started a little bit about what happened yesterday. Lewis, now let's start with what we saw with the Bills and the Chiefs. What was the difference between what you saw yesterday and what we saw in that AFC divisional game? Patrick Mahomes uncomfortable after what we saw recently from this quarterback is a tough situation. The Bills got it done, as you said. Now let's go to the NFC, where the Eagles improved to 6-0 and remain the last undefeated team. Lewis, let's talk about Jalen Hurts. How is he taking this offense to the next level? Asking me because I don't have that answer either. It's impressive to see what the Eagles have done so far. We'll see if they can keep it up, but for now, they'll remain undefeated. Bye week for them. Lewis, I know you're sticking around with us on SportsCenter.
So the games definitely shook things up in the AP polls, but despite the Vols' win over Bama, our playoff predictor actually has Alabama, you see, still ahead of Tennessee in their chances to make it to the college football playoff. The Tide, 53% chance to make the playoffs. The Vols, they did more than double their chances, moving up from 23 last week to now a 49% chance, but still below Alabama. Well, why is that? Well, if you take a look at what Tennessee has left on the schedule, you'll see why. Kentucky coming up, and then on November 5th, a big meeting in Athens at #1 Georgia, a game they are not favored in. Here is the Volunteers head coach Josh Heupel today, knowing they still have some more work to do.
Lewis Riddick back in to SportsCenter. Let's talk about these resurging New York teams. Lewis, let's talk about the difference makers in each of these teams, starting with the Jets. The first time the Giants and Jets have concurrent win streaks of 3+ games since 2011. Now that win, you said win after win, the Giants just beat the Ravens. Now, speaking of the Ravens, they have now lost 3 double-digit leads in their first 6 games of the season. Lewis, what's happening with Baltimore at the end of the games?
I think the end of games is really the time where when we're
for Lamar, his 4th consecutive game with that, tied for the longest streak in his career. So many storylines in the NFL. Lewis, you're going to stick around with us.
Let's bring in our reporter Lisa Salters from SoFi Stadium. And Lisa, it's no secret things have not been good for Russell Wilson so far this season. So what are you hearing about what's going on with this offense? Well documented so far. Another stat that they probably don't like, their fewest points through 5 games since 2007. We'll see if they can turn that around tonight. Meanwhile, the Chargers can catch the Chiefs in the AFC West race with a win tonight. So, Lisa, what is head coach Brandon Staley's evaluation of where this team is at right now? See what he is able to do tonight. Lisa Salters on the call for Monday Night Football tonight. Lisa, we appreciate it. We are less than 1 minute away. We'll see if the Broncos and Russell Wilson are able to get back on track and not Russell Wilson go 0-3 in Monday Night Football.
It's been a tough few weeks for Russell Wilson. Like you said, we'll see if he can turn that around. Bye, guys.
We'll see you next Monday.